When I think back to the early 90s, I can still see the streets of Pulaski County the way I did on those pensive Saturday drives. It's like flipping through an old photo album filled with the saddest of memories. I was in my 40s then, rumpled in my cowboy boots and blue jeans, always puffing on a cigar, but inside my mind was packed with images, the bodies I'd scraped off the pavement, the young faces gone slack and lifeless. Lives lived dangerously and taken casually, futures gone in the time it takes for a bullet to leave the barrel. I had started my career as Garland County Coroner, served as the director of the state crime lab under Governor Clinton, and eventually became the Pulaski County Coroner. But by 1994, I'd seen all the body bags I could handle. It was getting to me personally. I couldn't just see victims and perpetrators anymore. At every crime scene, I saw two lives ruined. The one who died, of course, and the one who pulled the trigger. I saw thousands of kids who needed direction, meaning, and hope, and I was frustrated with how little society seemed to be doing to stop the carnage. So I took my camera into the neighborhoods that most people drove past with their doors locked. I made friends with gang members, black and white, young and old. I documented the despair, the bravado, the heartbreak. I turned it into a 3-hour lecture, part slides, part video, part hard truth, and I took it anywhere people would listen. Schools, churches, housing authorities, police conferences. I wasn't some soft-hearted idealist. I believed in zero tolerance for guns in schools and for violent criminals. I called out gangster rap for glorifying murder, but I also believed that the problem went deeper than politics. If we were going to fix this, people from the far right to the far left were going to have to put aside their differences and sit at the same table and talk this out. By the early 90s, Little Rock's homicide rate had exploded, from 38 in 1983 to 111 a decade later. The Centers for Disease Control called it an epidemic. I called it sickening. I could drive around the county and mark my path by murders I had worked. Some of those kids' memories stay with me to this day, like the two teenagers, 14 and 15, sent into a liquor store to rob it so an older gang leader could have walking around money. They never walked back out. Or the 10-year-old boy whose arm was blown nearly off in a walk-by shooting, his shoulder looking like a shark had taken a bite. And there was T-Bone, 19 years old, always mad, always on the edge. He'd tell me, "I just want to be free." Free to him meant escaping the crushing poverty and lack of opportunity in his neighborhood. I wish T-Bone had made it, but he was shot in the back on Cumberland Street. I've been under fire myself, escorting a HBO crew one night, caught in a gang crossfire, bullets whizzing past my ear. It drove home the truth. None of us are immune. Not even the smallest ones. I remember an 8-year-old boy riding his bike in front of a crack house with a cell phone in his hand. He told me he was paid $50 a day to be a lookout for the drug dealers. He kept $5 of it. The rest went to his mother for rent, food, and the light bill. You know, I never claimed to have all the answers, but I believed then and I believe now that it will take all of us, Republicans, Democrats, in-betweens, working together without politics getting in the way, to turn things around. Tony Moser, the man who wrote the original version of this story for the Arkansas Democrat, was a good friend and a gifted writer. We planned to do a book together, but before we could, he was tragically taken from us. This piece is as much his memory as it is mine. His words gave voice to the streets we both walked and to the hope, faint but real, that somewhere in all of this pain, change was still possible. I'm the 501 Coroner, and this has been another of my memories. Thanks for being there, and please, like, share, and subscribe, and be kind to one another.